Hi y'all, I'm Chase. This is my 2013 Dyna Fat Bob with a 103, affectionately known as the Mary Jane. And I'm again going out on that treacherous road that I live down. Gonna go check out some bikes today. And maybe talk to somebody about getting new tires put on my Fat Bob here. The originals are starting to get, let's call them, thrashed. I got about, I think, 9,000 miles on it, or close to it, I think. I don't know, let me look. Now, a little over 8,000. I think it's because the combination of the tires being old. They are 2013 tires. And me actually riding the bike, unlike the previous owner. When I got it, I think it had close to 3,000 or 4,000 on it. I can't remember. I'll have to look. But somewhere around there. So I've put around 3 or 4,000 on this bike. At least. Probably closer to 5. I haven't had it except for I got it at the end of October last year. I maybe had, ah, damn it. Whee! Anyways. But I kind of want another bike that's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit lighter, a little bit better at off-road, because I have to do that off-road every single time I leave. Plus, it seems like Harleys are just appreciating in value at this point. The less miles I put on this, well, the better. Now, I'll probably still ride it for long trips, stuff like that. But if I'm just going out for errands and stuff like that, a little bike that's lighter weight, gets better fuel economy, probably wouldn't hurt. I think this gets around 36, 37. Now, I used to get quite a bit more, but when you open up the exhaust and the intake and you're trying to keep the engine cool on a twin cam, you need to start dumping a seriously large amount of extra fuel into it to have it running right. So now on the freeway it gets a lot better. It probably gets closer to 40, but overall mix between city and freeway, it gets closer to about 35, 36. But if it's just freeway, like if I'm going on a trip, it gets about 40. It gets pretty dang good. But even then, well, what's the point? I can get it. You can get a bike that gets a lot better fuel economy. Insurance will almost be free. I mean, the insurance on my Sportster with a 1200 was like $100 a year. So I don't have a problem riding a smaller bike with a little better, you know, fuel economy and for around town stuff. Plus, I want to kind of go there and check out how they run their stuff at this place. I'm going to get my tires put on there. I did order tires finally. I'd been going back and forth between the Dunlop American Elite. I think that's what they are. Dunlop American Elites. And the Metzler ME 888s. I have Dunlops on this now. I think they're the 428 models. I'm not impressed with Dunlop. The ones that I had on my Sportster were not so hot. The ones on this, they're not so hot. I mean, they're okay, but they follow road snakes and everything else. And as soon as I switched the tires on my Sportster, I ended up putting some Shinkos on there, I think. The 777 Shinkos. They stopped following road snakes. I don't know what it is about Dunlop. They don't have very good engineers or something. I don't know. But I wanted to get the American-made Dunlops, but honestly, I just don't think they just don't make it a good tire, or at least one that lasts a while. And these aren't even that great for grip. I mean, they are mediocre tires at best. If they had great grip and the mileage, that you got out of them wasn't that great, I'd probably think more of them. Or if you got better mileage and yeah, the grip kind of sucks a little bit, but you get a lot of mileage out of them, then that's great. But you get neither. So, I kind of, after thinking about it a lot, the price was close to the same. I mean, within 20 bucks, I think. So, and the 888 Metzlers, the MEs, they got a lot of good reviews. And they seem to last a long time. And they seem to do well as far as grip. So, that's what I ordered. Now, for this bike, because I had to order special sizes, it's a 130/90/16 on the front and a 180/70/16 on the back. So I had to order they make the special sizes. The only other ones that made the exact size, I think, were the Avon Cobra Chromes, and they do get good reviews and they do grip well. But I mean, I'm not trying to do stunts. I don't need ultra sure grip tires that wear out fast. I'm literally going to use the bike for touring. So the Metzlers just overall seemed like the best idea. They came in the right exact size. Yeah, they were expensive, but you get what you pay for. I mean, I spent over $1,000 on tires for my Audi. That's kind of expensive. Well, I spent $400 on, a little over $400 on these. They were like 430 bucks or something like that. So really, it's cheaper than my Audi tires were per tire, averaged. I think the back tire was $255 and the front tire was like $170 or something like that, somewhere around there. The place I ordered from, Dennis Kirk. I've ordered from them before. They're really good about protecting what they send you. Everything comes well boxed. And I think even their tires come boxed. I read that they do, so. And seeing as how stuff gets treated by UPS and FedEx and the United States Postal Service, I'd rather have a tire that came in a box than something that wasn't, because God knows what's been done to it. If it's in a box, well, that makes it a lot harder for somebody to screw with it. Or for it to get damaged, and I know it's probably hard to damage a tire, but it's still not out of the realm of possibility. But I did see this place I'm going to, they didn't sell bikes for a while, and now they sell bikes again, and I thought, well, I'll go check it out. I had traded in a bike there at one point. Actually, I traded in two bikes. I traded in one of my old Sportsters, my very first Sportster, and I had an Aprilia 750 I traded in there for a Ninja 600. The 600 was, I hate to say it, but it was kind of a disappointment. It just wasn't for me, I guess. I thought that's what I wanted, but after having it for a while, I didn't want it. It was not comfortable to ride. It had plenty of horsepower, and yeah, it was fast, but it just wasn't the bike for me. But for a while, they stopped selling bikes, and all they had was like ATVs. Well, they had like side-by-sides and stuff like that too. I did have a tire put on there for my 1200 Sportster. They did a pretty decent job. I'm hoping they don't use beads, because I think that invalidates the warranty on the Metzlers. I don't know, it might. And I just don't like the idea of stuff rolling around inside my wheel. It makes me uncomfortable. It sounds like something that you could, I don't care how smooth it is, it sounds like something that you could wear the inside of a tire out with. I don't know. So, but I thought I wouldn't mind having a smaller bike. A little WR250. I mean, it's a road legal bike, a little 250 on it, pretty easy to work on. Gets really good fuel economy, light. I thought that wouldn't be a bad bike to have. I could probably fab up some hard bags or something like that to throw on it. Or maybe something a little bit bigger, I don't know. Something that feels good to sit on for at least, you know, maybe an hour or so. That I can take out, gets good fuel economy. Or maybe better than this, that's a little bit easier to take up a gravel road. I don't know if any of you have a second bike. That'd be cool if you guys did. Let me know what you got. If you have a Harley and then something else. I see a lot of guys, they kind of end up doing the same thing I'm doing. For a little, you know, beat around town bike, you know, they get something smaller, a little more lightweight, and then they use their Harley for touring. I know a lot of guys don't use a Dyna for touring. They just go and get a big ass Road King or one of the Glides. But I just don't want a bike that weighs over 800 pounds. It sounds good in theory, but I mean, once you get past 600 pounds, just about any bike is stable on the freeway. 600 pounds is quite a bit, and I weigh $181. With my my gear on, I weigh about $187 or something like that. No, $189. Forgot, boots, gloves, everything. I think I weighed it once, and it weighs about 8 pounds. My helmet, my GoPro, my boots. I probably should have weighed my phone and my wallet too, but my pocket knife only weighs 3 ounces, so no real reason to weigh that. But so yeah, about 8 or 9 pounds or something like that. So 670 some pound bike plus 180 pound, you know, almost 190 pounds of rider. Plus I do have some gear. I keep oil, a little bit of oil just in case I get an oil leak. I keep a little socket kit with some little offset screwdrivers and stuff for anything that might come loose. You know, I keep stuff like that, and I have some zip ties because you never know when you might need a zip tie. So I keep that stuff, you know, in the bike. So it's probably about 190 pounds of stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go and check out some bikes. Maybe I'll take some video of it. We'll see. Now, that was a bust. I was kind of looking for a WR250, but I did get my bike scheduled to get the new tires put on. I hate the way they ride. They suck in the worst, and the more they wear, the worse they ride. So, yeah, I was kind of looking for a WR250, but they didn't have one. They did have a 2015 DRZ for like $5,000, but that's not something I was going to pay for. Probably could have got it for maybe $4,500 out the door, but yeah, that's a no. So what I'm going to do now is head on over to the BMV, DMV, whatever Ohio likes to call it, that's not like everybody else. Got a little business with them. I think I needed to put a new tag on my bike or sticker or something. Man, this is one messed up driveway for real. Did have a couple of nice little Yamaha MT-07 and MT-09 there. And while I was tempted, those are a little bit out of my price range. I don't want to spend another $8,000. I mean, I spent $9,000 on this. And apparently right now, that's a retarded deal. That's insane. And I had a dealer offer me 14 something for it. I think it was 14.5, so I think I did pretty good. But that's only because people are hardcore looking for motorcycles right now. Oh, I love that when I don't have to put my feet down and I can just go. Yeah, really, honestly, I'm looking for a WR250. That's what I really want. It's light, it's got enough power for me, and it's not a little bad bike to go and beat around on. They seem to last forever. They're well built. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting my feet down for this one. Yeah, that's mostly what I'm looking for. A little bike like that, just to roll around on. They did have some Harleys there, but man, the prices. They wanted like $9,000 for a Sportster. $9,000 for a Sportster. Whew. Or damn close to. I think it was 89 something. That's it's a hard price to swallow for a Sportster, especially for a used one. I don't think I would pay $9,000 for a used Sportster. I mean, if it had like 200 or 300 miles on it, I might pay $8,000, but that's it. $8,000 is the top I will pay for any Sportster that's used. That's it, because that's what I paid for my first Sportster. It was used. It was only like a couple years old. It had 300 miles on it. I can live with that. That guy about got T-boned. If he'd have waited, there's nobody behind me, but whatever. Anyways, the prices on bikes are quite ridiculous right now. So, I'm just going to hold off maybe next year or something like that. I don't know. Just keep saving money. Besides, I love good old Mary Jane here. She's a real sweetheart, and I do give her a bunch of crap, but man, I clean her every time I go out. Actually, every time before I go out, I make sure she's nice and clean. She never just sits and is all dirty. As much as I like a dirty girl, I don't like Mary Jane to be dirty. I want her crisp and clean and wholesome. Traditional. Oh, somebody's got a little something over there. It's a little Sportster. And it is a lot of stoplights to get to this place. Or stop signs, I'm sorry. It's annoying. There shouldn't be this many stop signs on this road at all. I think that'll do it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, flick that ding-a-ling if you want to be notified. And I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.